Hi everyone, I'm Diane. I'm here to talk about games. First, I'd like to announce that the content of this series of course responses will have a shift in tone and style. This class has reached midterm, and for the latter half of the semester, I will be making 2 series every week. One of them is this responsive series, and the other would be a season of Let's Play videos. Therefore, I'm going to put a little less effort in editing and scripting for this series because I'm taking 18 credits this semester. I really can't produce every video as if I'm getting paid because I'm not getting paid and have to do 6 deadlines a week, and I'm really going nuts right now, and this is midterm week. I'm very stressed out. So, reading response. This week we read Amanda Cote's Curate Your Culture. This article is a very enlightening piece of reading. My major takeaway is this: many aspects of the modern entertainment media has always been catered to a class, race, and gender specific standard, or in other words, the industry is designed around to please whichever group of people that first paid for it when it was created. This is true for video games as well. Gaming culture has been shaped by its main participants, the quote-unquote real gamers who are middle-class, white male, and basically the most privileged people on earth, just like film and TV, light novels, any form of entertainment, really. But in the modern society we live in now, entertainment forms are challenged to change and be curated for a better environment. We have been trying to fix all these forms of entertainment for a very long time now, with majority and marginalized creators striving to change the system and perspective it's been holding. Video games, among all forms, is special in terms of the virtual spaces linked with it. With the pandemic limiting the actual physical space people can go to and newly invented technology terminology like the metaverse, gaming space is transforming from a kind of virtual space for entertainment into a public space with more mundane functionalities. And just like parks, subways, and public bathrooms, these spaces are signifiers for who holds the power and right to exist, to be seen, and to be heard, and to be safe. So next section, I will be talking about the creator I find aspirational. Since I have been talking about creators that are aspirational for the entire semester so far, I might as well talk about someone I find not so aspirational now. It is gonna be PewDiePie again. I know I have mentioned him too many times in this class by now, and it's starting to get old, but he's just very suitable to be mentioned here again as an example of gaming icons who don't really curate their culture or community in a good way. After spending almost 7 years as one of his bro army, one day I just couldn't care about this dude anymore. Not that anyone would care though. I was in his fandom when I witnessed all these things happening. In 2017, he casually used the N-word on his stream and was forgiven by his community after like a day or so. He apologized and he seemed very genuine, and his community, including me at the time, believed he's a nice guy that had just slipped his mouth and made a mistake. But in retrospect, a nice guy is not likely to have that kind of language stored at the back of his mind, waiting to slip out. Many fans still believe his backlash from media and commercial enterprises are uncalled for, and he did not deserve that, which is just a really, really bad message. In 2018, just 1 year after the N-word incident, he openly called a female streamer Alinity and other female streamers on Twitch, I am quoting his very own words here, stupid Twitch thoughts. In a video where he tests out eye tracking technology and couldn't get his eyes off their body parts, Alinity got offended, and PewDiePie made a video about it, making her look like a huge laughingstock because of her reaction, which is just getting annoyed and asking, can we copy strike PewDiePie? She didn't really copy strike him, but apparently PewDiePie thinks Alinity's verbal claim of abusing YouTube copy strike system is way more serious than him actually abusing misogynistic terms, and a joke needs to be made here to antagonize this girl. Everyone has been quoting his joke at the time, and Alinity is still a running joke in his community till this day in 2022. Sometimes he still makes reaction videos to make fun of her, even though now Alinity is forever associated with the stupid Twitch thought phrase he used, and if you Google search it, it's gonna be all kinds of people assaulting her in that term. There's other things he did that I found very problematic afterwards, but there's just way too many and I couldn't bother to talk about all of them. But you get the idea. As the most successful gaming guy on YouTube, instead of curating the culture and community he was leading, he'd tag someone with much less power a villain in his narrative, sometimes jokingly but many times seriously normalizes offensive and abusive language and misogynistic ideals in gaming culture. It just sends out very bad messages and energy. So that will be all of my reading responses this week. See you after spring break.